First of all, 4 of Luca's 8 signings started this game. Vega, Blondeau, Issa and Gale. Gale and Nielsen, semi-finalists in the competition previous years. And the goalkeeper, Chamberlain, 3 times he'd been to Wembley as an unused substitute. As for Arsenal, same side that beat Middlesbrough. Parlour suspended, Laurent still with an ankle injury. 6 of that starting 11 started the final in Cardiff last May. Seaman, Adams, Dixon, Grimondi and Wiltord, the players missing. Let's join our match commentators Andy Gray and Rob Hawthorne.
Well, a false start already. Gifted Noel Williams had broken too early. But the road to Cardiff for the First Division and the Premiership club starts here at Vicarage Road. Will it lead all the way to the final for Watford or Arsenal? It's a long time since a team outside the top flight made it. But here, Arsenal on the charge already with Ashley Cole. Cole has gone down in the area and hasn't got up too quickly. Alan Wiley is the referee who took a long look at it. This is a severe blow for Arsenal in the first 30 seconds.
He just tries to come inside here and he just goes over and she gets a knock in the ankle.
Cox stumbling and Ljungberg couldn't make the most of it as Neil Cox recovers. Campbell got something on it. He'll have to get it back to Taylor before Gifted Noel Williams could get there.
I don't think that's a bad ball for Watford to play, you know, when they've got the ball at the back. It's to turn Arsenal's back 4 early on in the game, Rob. I really don't. I think if you play it in front of Arsenal all the time, they're quite happy with that. I just think early in the game, for Watford's sake, get people running over the top.
Well, Campbell got caught for one a week ago when a long ball punted forward by Gareth Southgate wasn't carried back to the goalkeeper by Campbell, and Noel Whelan took full advantage of it. And Watford will have seen that. This is Marcus Gale. Ljungberg. Now Gale. Noel Williams tries to return it to him and succeeds in so doing. Cox going in tight on Freddie Ljungberg. Martin Keown making his 50th appearance in the FA Cup today. And here's Giovanni van Bronckhorst, who's making his debut in the competition. Given away to Blondeau. Panazza. It's Tommy Smith who's got it across there, and Keown just ushers it to safety.
That's nice football. Exactly what I was talking about, Rob. A little third man running, if you like. And it got Tommy Smith in really well. And I think if they can do that and get Arsenal turned, going the other way, certainly early on will help Watford.
Lishny away. Vegas header. It's Fiskin. Gifted Noel Williams. Smith. Figure out by Alan Nielsen. Former Tottenham player. Never managed to beat Arsenal in 4 derby matches, but did score a goal against them.
Well, he's going to be the one that's going to spring from that midfield area, there's no doubt about that. Never needed any encouragement, Alan Nielsen, to get forward.
Here's Pires. Vieira has made the break. Thierry Henry, now Canu. And he slipped it through brilliantly for Thierry Henry. 1-0 Arsenal.
Well, we're looking for offside, Rob. I have to say, we're way up the other end, but it must have been very, very close. The central players looked like they were out. But There is one of the full-backs playing him onside. You watch it closely as Henry plays it and then goes. Now who drops back in there? No, it's not there, and it's then. Oh, I tell you, I'm really surprised the flag hasn't gone up there, Rob. With the defender the other side of Henry, he must have looked offside. Linesman's on the left-hand side as you look at it. That's a big decision. It could easily have gone Watford's way. It hasn't. And in Arsenal's first real attack of the match, Henry gets his goal.
Thierry Henry with his 23rd of the season. And 71 now in 128 games for Arsenal. He scored twice against Watford here in the Premiership when they last met 21 months ago. And already he's put them on the defensive here. A really tight decision though by the officials. Kanu holding it up just long enough for Henry to get through.
I think when you're the underdog, Rob, you need those to go for you. That's the difference, I think, at times. Could have gone either way, it's borderline.
And Henry could be through again here. He's lined it up for Freddie Ljungberg, and Arsenal are 2 up in the first 10 minutes of their third round tie.
Well, they're looking for it again. Again, they're either not getting the line right, but Henry playing right on the shoulder. This is a brilliant piece of play from him. As the ball comes across, Kanu gets involved a couple of times really well, but when the ball's played there, you can see it's actually Vega, this side of the pitch, who's probably playing him onside. There's no doubt about Ljungberg. That wasn't a doubt. It was Henry just on the shoulder. He wasn't. Vega coming across, playing him on. Not great defensively, you have to say there, Rob, in the initial build-up. You can't mark Thierry Henry that side and not be punished.
A full 95 seconds between those two Arsenal goals. And Thierry Henry and Freddie Ljungberg have really put Gianluca Vialli in a poor mood, I'm sure. All that planning this week for this game. And the offside trap twice sprung by Arsenal. Where's that gone?
Well, it wouldn't do any good now. That's exactly what you want if you're the Premiership side. 10 minutes into the game, 2-goal lead. What a relax you can have now. It's a game where you pop it about, you play your football.
Ashley Cole, now Thierry Henry. Fisken, Venatza, Neil Cox, away by Luzhny to Vieira, Henry, Tommy Smith, away by Keown. It's Vieira, he's managed to ride the challenge of Fisken. This is Pires. He's looking for Henry, it was ambitious and Cox was in the way. And that's a clears. This is Gale. Well, Williams came to the near side, Van Bronckhorst with a header away.
No, not the worst play in the world, that from Marcus Gale. But Watford really have got to get it right at the back, said right at the top. If they're not solid at the back and build from a base, that was so important. But Vega and Issa going forward for the corner haven't been at their best.
Fisken with the corner. And it was Vega who got the header down and Luzhny who cleared. Back to Fisken. Oh, they've got one back! And it's Gifton Noel Williams who's done it! To inject life back into Watford already.
Well, what a start to this match we've got. Exactly what the doctor ordered. And what a header this is from Gifton Noel Williams. We might not see a better header than this all weekend. They deal just about with the first one, but no pressure on the ball. He manages to look up, pick his spot, and what a header that is. You just don't save them, Rob. I'm telling you that now. Absolutely brilliant, that header.
Delight for Vialli and Ray Wilkins, and gifted Noel Williams. Goal shows that Watford refused to be bowed by conceding 2 goals in the opening 10 minutes to Arsenal. Freddie Ljungberg. Kanu. Off Vega, and now Arsenal get a corner.
I think it's great that they got a goal back so quickly, so early, but the big question is, can they stop Arsenal at the other end? That's the problem they've got at the moment, Rob. Arsenal look good up top at the moment. Kanu and Henry really look threatening.
And Bronckhorst with the corner, dealt with by Fiskin. This is Pires. Van Bronckhorst. Luzhny getting forward, but it's the goal scorer, gifted Noel Williams, who's there to fend him off.
Well, we're going to see attempts at goal. There can't be too many, Rob, I have to say, apart from the goals that we've seen. In fact, there are. 100%.
Extraordinary. 3 attempts in the first quarter of an hour, all of them leading to goals. Header off Tommy Smith. Cole thought about the quick corner, but leaves instead for Pires to take. Presence of Kanu in front of the goalkeeper. Alec Chamberlain, who's an experienced campaigner, earns Watford the free kick. Sol Campbell. Luzhny finding over Gale. And the Ukrainian has given away the free kick. Given away by Vanatza to Pires. Henry lets it run, and it's Vanatza who's there. Van Bronckhorst's shot is saved, and Issa quickly to it before Henry could pick up the pieces of the rebound.
Well, they're going to have to defend better than this, Rob. They're getting torn apart at times and committing so many elementary errors here. Schoolboy stuff at times. That one, that's a poor pass from Vanatza. But they don't make the most of it. And then when you think they've cleared it up here, Vega, what on earth is he trying to do? Take the ball across here, God only knows. And what a save that is from Alex Chamberlain. That's just about kept his team in the match.
The pressure doesn't cease there. They're facing a free kick here now, which is swept in. Cleared by Nielsen. Ashley Cole, driven against Vega. Luzhny. Keown got forward.
I think that's a brilliant chance. What a ball this is from Sol Campbell. Beautifully dinked over. Real chance.
Pires. And a header out by Tommy Smith.
Feel a little bit sorry for Tommy Smith in the first half. Most of his job has been going back towards his own goal, their top goal scorer. They'd love to see him in the other penalty area, Rob, but because of the system they're playing and because he's up against Ashley Cole, who wants to bomb forward every time he can, it's been really hard for Tommy.
Tommy Smith. It's a good run.
That's what they'd like to see him do his work. Of course it is, but even this is coming from wide and he does it all on his own.
Here's Pires. Bearing in mind the possession they've had and the start they had to this game, Arsenal will be disappointed with the scoreline the way it is. Scoreline by which, incidentally, they've won their last 3 matches. 2-1. Kanu. Well, got his shot away.
Well, he's still searching, isn't he? Early November, I think. The Worthington Cup's Canu's last goal, so he's been waiting a while. So typical of him, though. Tight situation, one touch, spin, hit. Was all there, apart from the accuracy.
Well, the road to the FA Cup final leads to Cardiff, and we're paying an early visit to that city tomorrow for the third round tie between Cardiff City and Leeds. Live on Sky Sports 2 and Sky Sports Extra. Join us from 3 o'clock. Arsenal were there at the Millennium Stadium back in May. And of course, took the lead through this man, Freddie Ljungberg, only to lose it to Liverpool. Ljungberg has helped to put them in the driving seat here with the second goal. But the one that gifted Noel Williams got back for Watford has given Arsenal plenty to think about. Gale just holds off Oleg Luzhny.
I think that defeat might make Arsenal a real handful this year in the competition. I think they were really hurt by it. They dominated a cup final for 80 odd minutes and then lose it.
And it's gone through here to Kanu, who's onside. Ljungberg's waiting in the middle. Well,
what can you say?
What a chance.
This is game over, I would guess. I think if they go 2 up now, it would have been a lovely little step over. 1v1 you'd fancy for your life. To be fair, they get bodies back on the line. But he should still, having skipped round, have finished this off. Either picking out Ljungberg or scoring himself. What a chance.
All he gets instead is a corner, Kanu. Kieran heads it back, but in the end away from goal. Vanatza clears. Here's Ashley Cole. Oleg Luzhny. Kanu. Kanu punished this time for the tackle on Cox.
I think that goal against United in that Worthington Cup was a penalty as well, wasn't it? Kanu scored.
That's right.
He's still searching even longer for one in normal play. But as I say, the majority of his game is really good. His touch is excellent. Football and brain's good. Passing's been good. He just cannot put a finishing touch on anything.
Cole. Here's Pires. Vieira. Ljungberg. Henry's made the run. This is Pierre Issa, whose services Watford will lose after this game. He's off to the African Nations Championship with South Africa. And with Ramon Vega facing a suspension after his sending off here against Millwall, that will pose a bit of a problem for them. Noel Williams. Gale pulling it across. Glancing header away to Pires. Tackle was by Gary Fiskin. And for the first time, referees reaching for a card.
I think there's some games when, yeah, you have to take a card out because, you know, the game's gone that way. It's been one of the easiest games to referee. There's been nothing in it for him. Probably got a bit cold. I think that's a bit harsh.
Gary Fiskin, who's just 20 and a product of the Watford youth policy. All of his 18 appearances for the club before today come this season under Gianluca Vialli. It's been very much an evolutionary process under the new management team. Still plenty of survivors here from the Graham Taylor era, indeed from the Watford team that had that short-lived stay in the Premiership. Van Bronckhorst, Kanu. Ljungberg. Luzhny. Martin Keogh. Vieira. He's away from Venezia. He's looking for Giovanni Van Bronckhorst here!
It's handball for me.
And the referee agrees.
He's done well to spot that, the referee, toe marks. I thought as he lifted up, the left arm came out, rolled down it, helped it control it. It's a beautiful run, and what a ball from Vieira. The way he's just lifted it over the defence. You can see it roll down the arm. He did control it with the arm. Chest first, down onto the arm. That's good refereeing.
Denies Van Bronckhorst his first Arsenal goal, but it is the correct verdict from Alan Wiley. Here's Neil Cox. Great ball to Smith. Away by Campbell.
See, I think that's the kind of ball I'm playing off of, Rob. I think right to left, left to right, over the top, the two wide men playing. And I think even if it runs out of play, you still get yourself in a good position to build from if you can win a ball back early. I don't think they're going to out-football Arsenal, sorry. I don't think they're going to out-pass Arsenal and things like that. So they've got to find another way of making a bit of penetration.
We're into the minute of stoppage time that's been added on.
And that was a big decision, that, wasn't it? To go in 3-1 down might just have been too much. But at 2-1, very, very much in the game if Watford can keep it to this.
Half-time, Arsenal leading, but Watford could have been sunk when first Henry and then Ljungberg put them 2 up in the first 10 minutes. But Noel Williams started the Watford recovery with a goal in the 12th minute, and Arsenal have since missed a variety of opportunities. So at half-time it is Watford 1, Arsenal 2. Interestingly, for a team that hasn't lost a league match away from home this season, Arsenal have lost every other away game in every other competition that they've played in the Champions League and the Worthington Cup, so it could be a first of a sort for them. Header back by Keown.
It's tough for Gianluca Vialli, Rob, as a manager and as coach. He's looking at it and he's thinking, yeah, I'd love to get more support up. I'd love to get Tommy Smith forward in a more advanced position. But does he take that risk early on and go with a 4 in the midfield and risk losing a third goal? I think if it's all right for me sitting here, it's not my team to sit here and think, I'd love to see him do that, but I think it's something that he'll have to think about should the scoreline stay the same. Certainly if it gets worse, he's got to move it. But at the moment, I think it's a case of he's going to try and keep it at 2-1 and maybe nick a goal if they can. But he's got that thought in mind, when and if they can get Tommy Smith a little bit further forward.
Good pressure by Nielsen, who was caught by Vieira after delivering the ball for Gale. This is Vieira. Away by Luzhny. Now Vega up against Ljungberg. This is Perez. Cox, who'd given it to him, cuts it out. Gary Fiskin. Smith making a run inside. This is Blondo up on the outside. Now Smith. Now Fiskin. Venezia.
Bit narrow, bit narrow. And there's danger here.
It's Perez. Now Henry, lacking in support, although Perez has got there now. It's too far in front of him.
Well, knew there was danger. When those two get in tandem, it was 2v2 at one point. And eventually, you can see that there. I wondered if Perez would just go on his own. He decided to look for his mate. He's only a fraction away from getting on the end of this.
Here's Henry. And that's a tussling with Van Bronckhorst and winning that duel. Luzhny, well won. This is Kanu. Ljungberg. Henry. And Vieira's there. Well blocked. Blondo got across.
Yeah, he did well at the back post, but that's the threat at the moment. When there's nothing happening up top for Watford, it's more likely at the moment that Arsenal are going to get that important third. It's a good block, it's a tight angle for Patrick Vieira.
Perez with a corner. Didn't know too much about it, Fiskin, but got enough on it to concede another anyway. Arsenal's 7th of the match. Again, it doesn't clear the first man, who is Fiskin, who gets it away. Perez. Kanu. Vieira. Now Henry. Keown has stayed in the attack. Van Bronckhorst in the middle, so Vieira!
You know, if this boy could get you 10, 15 goals a season, Vieira, he'd be unbuyable. You just couldn't buy him. He's got absolutely everything. Everything. People already regard him as one of the great midfield players in the world, but if he could put a finish in it as well, Rob, my God. Well, unless Luca Vialli does something either with personnel or tactically to get some more bodies up top, Rob, then you can just see this either being 2-1 to Arsenal, finishing that way, or Arsenal just nicking a third and sealing it. They have to get more bodies in advanced areas like that. I mean, that's 2 flick-ons from front man and wide man, and no one central.
It's a good ball from Campbell to Kanu. Now Vieira has broken forward. And he's managed to pick him out, although he has been forced out wide. Kanu, yes! The 3rd goal has come for Arsenal, and Kanu at last has got his goal.
Well, it looks like it might be another. But this is wonderful football. Vieira puts the run in from midfield. Look at the drive, look at that run. Absolutely brilliant, powerful. And this is unusual. You don't see many of these, a cross and a header from Arsenal. It doesn't happen often, they don't put a lot of crosses in. But this is a great cross, and it's a fantastic header from Kanu. He happens to be not the best in the air, I don't think, for his height, but he finds a pretty good header there. I think that puts this match beyond Watford.
And he'll take goals whichever way they come at the moment, Kanu. It is his 4th of the season. Still not the greatest return from a player who was unhappy at his lack of involvement in the first team at the back end of last season and the early part of this. Being given a run in the side at the moment though now, and he gets his first goal in this competition for 3 seasons. Is that going to be the goal that steers Arsenal through to the 4th round of this season's competition? Vieira, who might have broken his goal-scoring duck himself. The ball played through to him initially. Cox going in on Ljungberg, and the free kick was taken with a rolling ball. Well, that gamble you were talking about by Gianluca Vialli, getting more bodies forward, even more pressing now, but is it going to be too late?
I just think they've been a bit tentative for me. You know, I know they're playing Arsenal, I know they don't want to get hammered, but I think it's also a game you know you've got to have a go at, I think. 3rd round FA Cup. I'd just like to have seen a little bit more adventure. I mean, taking your top goal scorer and playing him way wide out here, and I'm hardly being in the front third of the pitch. Didn't make sense. I've changed it now. He's come out and said 4-4-2. Smith has gone up front now. They've had 1 attempt at goal, they've scored, but they haven't made the goalkeeper work at all. I mean, all the stats are there. And I just think this is a move that maybe should have been made at half-time.
Vieira tidying up there and finding Perez. And Kanu has broken and he's onside. And it's saved by Chamberlain. Here's Pires. And it's wide. Well, there was the opportunity for real daylight.
Well, Cano could have had a hat-trick, should have had a hat-trick. He's had a couple of great chances, really poor defending yet again from Watford. And as he goes in, he's got Henry, look at Henry, busting a gut for a little square ball. Could have picked him out.
Keogh. Van Bronckhorst. Vieira. Pires. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst.
Oh, what a...
Pires.
Oh, he's not. Oh, no.
What a goal it would have been.
She was. Oh, well, that was ridiculous football. And then they just inject a bit of pace, Rob. Oh, dear me. I think even you might have knocked this in, mate.
Helgeson. Good link up with Vanatza. Van Bronckhorst cuts it out in the end. Luzhny clears to Kanu. And it's given away, and Arsenal have a man down, and this is Smith. Van Bronckhorst, the player down. And that will delay the taking of the Watford throw. Helgeson just livening things up after his introduction.
I just think they've looked better at this shape with Smith up front. I mean, all right, Arsenal have got the 3-1. They might have just taken the foot off the gas and touch, Rob. But I did think, and it's a difficult decision for a manager and a coach to make at that time. When you're 2-1, do you change it? Do you go for it? I just think third round of the FA Cup, it makes it an easier decision for you. I just think I'd like to have seen Gianluca and Ray take that chance a little bit early in the match.
So Van Bronckhorst takes temporary leave. Vanatza. Watford with a temporary numerical advantage. Looking for Helgeson with a cross. Now knocks it back across, and there was danger there for Arsenal, may still be. This is Blondo. Oh, thumping drive from Smith.
Oh, that was close. That might even just rush the top of the bar, this. Lovely strike. And a little bit unlucky here, it doesn't drop to anyone when he just nodded it across the face of the 6-yard box. I thought he'd lost it when he takes a touch on it, but what a strike this is. Just over, but a yard too high.
Elton John praying for a miracle, but didn't happen then. Kanu. Pires. Dennis Bergkamp poised to come on with under 10 minutes left. He's gone 11 games without a goal. Sylvain Wiltord, who scored 6 in the FA Cup for Arsenal last season, is also going to come on. Thierry Henry being put into cold storage now for the big games that Arsenal still have to face this month, and Kanu as well. So a new front line for Watford to face. Wiltord and Bergkamp.
Not a bad one.
There's Vanatza. Wiltord. Pires. This is Cole. Now Vega. Campbell. Pires. Sylvain Wiltord. Pires. Vieira.
Nearly. Yeah, nearly. Left foot not as reliable as the right there.
Gale. Neil Cox. This is Vega. Given away to Van Bronckhorst. Vega gets away with that.
Just a bit.
Ashley Cole. Van Bronckhorst. Wiltord through. It's Ashley Cole. It's Dennis Bergkamp. It's 4 for Arsenal. And it's the 4th round in short.
And threatening Arsenal. Threatening to rip Watford apart and well at times. Again, it's borderline. The ball's played perfectly. And then that's an easy decision. And this time, unlike Perez, Bergkamp doesn't stand on it, but takes the touch and rolls it in. Game, set, match.
He'd been on the field for less than 2 minutes, Dennis Bergkamp, before getting his 6th goal of this season. And having gone 11 games without one, like Kanu earlier, Bergkamp will be relieved to open his FA Cup account for the season.
So you take half a dozen of those every year, wouldn't you? Tap in from that way, distance.
And Watford now facing the same scoreline by which they were beaten here on New Year's Day. Smith. Here looking to clear, does so in rather haphazard fashion.
You know, I just think when you look at the game and Watford will, I just think the fact that you look at Stuart Taylor in goal and you say, well, how many times did he make a save? Not one. I think that tells you everything about the match.
Tommy Smith with the corner, disappointing one too. Here's Bergkamp. Pires. Ljungberg's made a break. This is Vieira. Got 3 ahead of him to his left. This is Wiltord. Bergkamp. Breaks back off Van Bronckhorst, cleared by Vega. Londo. Arsenal now less than 4 minutes away from a place in the 4th round draw. They've never actually fallen at this hurdle since Arsene Wenger took over. Defeat in the 3rd round. It was in the days when Bruce Rioch was manager against Sheffield United. That was also their last FA Cup defeat to lower league opposition.
You have to be right in this round, and when you go away from home, you have to make sure that you're up for it. And certainly at the beginning there, you can't question that Arsenal players were ready for this. Knew what to expect. I think the game away at Carlisle last year when they scraped through by the 1-0, very much in the minds, and they've used that experience. And they've been pretty good all day, you have to say, Arsenal. Control of the ball's been excellent, dominated possession, huge amounts of this game.
Reception for Jamie Hand on his first touch. Issa now finds Blondo. And finds Helgeson. And Taylor pushed it against his own man. It's broken here for Smith. Gale! Uncertainty in the Arsenal defence. The handling of Stuart Taylor, not exploited by Watford earlier, is now maybe too late, but Marcus Gale has got his goal.
Got a lovely left foot, Gale, whether it's crossing or striking, Rob. A young Jamie Hand, they were really chuffed. Watch this piece of football, son, when you get home, because you played a huge part in it. And it's a lovely little drop-off, but what a strike. But goalkeeper won't want to see that again, Rob. It's not an easy ball, but it's one he should have dealt with. And from a real acute angle, it's a beautiful strike from Gale. Exquisite, that.
Marcus Gale's 5th of the season after a 16-game spell without one. Some consolation, at least for Watford, to put a bit of respectability on the scoreline, but not one that Stuart Taylor will look back on with too much fondness. Taylor, who's gone from being 3rd choice to 1st choice Arsenal goalkeeper this season, with injuries to David Seaman and Richard Wright, who again isn't on the bench today. Nielsen. Helgeson. And last season's finalists, Arsenal, are the first team to go through to the 4th round of the 2002 FA Cup. Arsene Wenger's side, who were 2-up in the first 10 minutes thanks to goals from Henry and Ljungberg, surviving a scare from Gianluca Vialli's team when Gifton Noel Williams pulled one back in the 12th minute. Arsenal then pulled away in the second half, adding to Henry and Ljungberg's goals with further efforts from Kanu, a header, making up for misses before and after that goal, and a further one from the substitute Dennis Bergkamp. Gianluca Vialli's side did put a bit of respectability on it late on with that goal from Marcus Gale after some poor goalkeeping by Stuart Taylor and pushing across against his own man Martin Keown. But Arsenal worthy winners in the end. Watford 2, Arsenal 4.
Arsenal, you totally happy with that?
Well, we were a little bit easy sometimes, but of course happy because we are qualified, and we had a good start, 2-0 up, and after maybe we did too easy, and they came back to 2-1. But overall we did the job, and we came back in the second half and were patient and scored the 3rd and the 4th. That killed the game. But overall, of course, Watford worked very hard, and it was very important not to be behind.
Luca, are you disappointed to be out of the cup, or pleased it was only 4 goals in the end?
No, I'm disappointed because we knew it was going to be difficult, but we knew we had the chance before the game. We started off quite brightly, but then we conceded the first one, which was offside in my opinion, and then the second one straight afterwards, and then we thought, oh my God, it's going to be difficult now, just not to concede another few goals. And then we got back into the game with a good goal from Gifton, and then it was quite tight, even though they were the better side. They've got better players and on another league, and but I think we managed to play our game, and we threatened them a few times. Obviously we had to go forward, we have to set players forward, and we left them with a little bit too much space when going forward. And then we battled in the end. I was particularly pleased with the spirit because we never gave up, and we scored a goal with 2 minutes to go, which is a sign of a side that never gives up.